I love it. The only what I will complain is this word that
don't be lazy.
Yeah, you know what? Dave, we be there. Here no papa, she some fufu with some light soup. Oh, I say I'm a
nigga. When he started, why were you trying to turn this mic off? Why are you scared?
I'm typing. Turn this mic off.
I thought you were scared of what will come next.
But you didn't kind of credit. What that way pass a go fear.
And I put your background around coming.
So if you don't work, how do you make money to enjoy that fufu you're talking about?
One day after for 365 days, that's in Shaka wash them, man.
And if that one day you're talking about that weather, the subsequent days, what then do you do? Mimi here. But you work anyway.
I mean,
work is good. Listen, have at the back of your mind.
But if you know what's annoying about this weather? Have you noticed that the washing bay people are cashing out?
So it's up to you to decide to wash your car every day or 3 times a week.
No, the thing is that you do the thing and they will confirm food room. Look at where you and I stay.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. You have a choice. For me, I've decided not to wash every day.
But
the fin,
that is what they call the kusukuku.
Okay.
That's what they call the kusukuku. Yes, that's what they call the kusukuku.
And it comes with something that is related to females.
It doesn't come with anything that is related to females. Okay. Well, so what is related to females is Premier Nursing Training College. Now, the Premier Nursing Training College has opened admission for fresh students for the 2026-2027 academic year. Now, Premier Nursing Training College offers programs like registered general nursing, registered midwifery, registered nursing assistant clinicals. Now, Premier Nursing Training College is accredited with Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, that is GTEC, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Students, that is NMC. Premier Nursing Training College is affiliated to University for Development Studies, that is UDS. Now, Premier Nursing Training College is equipped with modern computer lab, skill lab, and also classrooms in a serene environment. Internet, that is Wi-Fi, and a well-stocked library are all available for you. Now, tuition is high level of academic excellence. Now, their motto is we learn to serve. We learn to serve. For more information, you can reach them on 0244 064 285. That is 0244 064 285 or 0243 519 083. All right, so what is it I'm hearing that the OSP has prosecutorial powers? That's according to the Supreme Court yesterday.
Yeah, David. So yesterday there were 2 landmark constitutional matters that the Ghana Supreme Court sat on. One was the OSP matter. You know that there's a young lawyer called Noah Adamite. He's now a doctor who is almost like a protege of the Deputy Attorney General, Justice Shamsa, who went to court to challenge the legitimacy of the OSP. And David, if you remember, when the office was being established, there were people from both sides who believed that this was unconstitutional, that it filters the powers of the I think Article 88 of the Constitution. So he went to court to make some reliefs. Now let me give you the reliefs. One of the reliefs was that to declare that the prosecutorial authority in Ghana is vested in Attorney General and cannot be exercised independently of or in parallel with the Attorney General. The court granted that and said that yes, that's true. Declaration that Act 959, which established the Office of Special Prosecutor, is unconstitutional to the extent that it confers original, autonomous, and insolate prosecutorial authority on the OSP. The court dismissed that. He also said that Section 3, 3, and 4 of the Act are unconstitutional because they make the OSP independent of the Attorney General in prosecution. You know that as part of the Act, they said that he can initiate cases without necessarily conferring the Attorney General. The court also dismissed that. It says that declaration that Parliament lacked the authority to create a prosecutorial body independent of the Attorney General that the constitutional mandate. They dismissed that. Now let me give you the one they granted. They also said that the Supreme Court exercises consequential jurisdiction to say that set aside the High Court's direction in the Archibald Hyde case as void. You know that one of the cases the OSP was prosecuting went to the High Court. And the guy said that, by you cry, you are persecuting me. Did you have a warrant from the Attorney General giving you order to prosecute me? And the court agreed with Hyde. Now they are saying that the Supreme Court said that decision was void. The Attorney General the OSP doesn't need authority of the Attorney General to prosecute. But this is where it gets interesting. The Attorney General can at any point terminate the cases and file only prosecutor. So I don't know whether the Supreme Court is confused or because I'm confused.
You are not saying the Supreme Court is confused. What we need to do is to get some lawyers to give us some better interpretation.
No, but the lawyers are also fighting over it.
So lawyers would always fight over matters.
So if I'm confused, that's it.
No, I understand. But I'm saying that the lawyers will tell you that as a one thing like this, this one has his opinion, that one has his opinion. They can both quote the Constitution.
If you say that, so David, for example,
it's a bit confusing. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a bit confusing if you say the person has prosecutorial powers.
Yes.
And then at one point in time, you say that the Attorney General can say, okay, don't this case. I'm putting a hold on it.
It's not prosecutable by me.
It's a bit confusing.
No, it's not about they having a prosecutorial power. You're saying that you, David, is OSP, Leo is Attorney General. Article 88 gives prosecutorial powers to the Attorney General. Now the point is that you, David, can prosecute you Jose without asking Leo.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But you, the same person, Zando,
he can stop the prosecution.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
So it becomes a bit confusing.
We'll get some
so
more,
it's kind of like the discretion of the Attorney General to decide which cases he will grant to the OSP.
And if you have an Attorney General, I'm saying if you have an Attorney General who would want to play politics and protect his people, he would say, for this case, don't go after this case, stop this case. And I'm saying that if
cases and all that, they came in. Yes. But I'm saying that it's happened before. So it's not as if it's happened. The Sagleme cases, they came and filed an early prosecution.
There's another landmark, ruling that the Supreme Court gave, and it bans delegates voting. And what does the story say?
It basically says that one member, one vote. You know, the likes of Dr. Nyawata Maklo went to court on the back of the MPP election and said that they believe it is not constitutional. You know, that for political parties to have a delegate system where there's a special kind of people who are kingmakers who go and decide who leads political parties, who becomes executive and all that. And the Supreme Court in the 5-2, and maybe that's what is interesting. It wasn't close.
Yeah.
In the 5-2. So that tells you that there's a case really where the landmark cases and the court really felt strong about it. For those who don't know, when the Supreme Court speaks, it's law. So it means that going forward, the MPP and NDC must have a way where every single member will vote. But people are thinking that, David, this may become another ROPA. You know, ROPA means that those who are outside the Justice Cabinet, we've never really implemented it. But David, the two sides of the argument is this. The NDC, infallibly, because the Attorney General backed the plaintiff in this case at the Supreme Court, the MPP as a party to the case disagreed and said that it will have a cost component. It's not practicable.
Party funding and how they will go to all that. Yeah.
But David, the point is that I tilt more towards what the Supreme Court is saying, but maybe with some fine tuning. David, maybe, just like the point I've always made about Chapter 12 of the Constitution, when the Constitution gave us powers as media to be independent, it didn't give us source of funds. So maybe the political party finance, we need to get to a point, maybe the state contributes a certain percentage. But inherent in the political parties for you to become a member, they quote a word, good standing. What is good standing? You pay dues. Because, David, for me, it's not fair that, look at Ofodukrum, almost 100,000 voters. Let's say MPP are 50,000. Then, Leo, you have 2,000 people come somewhere,
and then they decide for all of us.
5,000. Do you know what is annoying? The MP will focus on that 2 times because on him say obey PC or for you chrome there no MPP ni nkwa dia or parliament.
He's assured
it is KBS. So David Uniana boy ya na intention.
We all know that.
Yeah.
We all know.
Also 4,000.
Yeah, he got about 12 to 15,000 cities. Yeah.
One election.
It's 4,000, 4,000 and 3,000.
Yeah.
It's 11,000. One delegate to David. Let's even zero it at 10,000.
And he was happy the way he was happy. Yeah.
No, but so what this means is that you cannot bribe all. If it's some delegates, but you cannot bribe all the people who say they are party members.
I think
the other frustration some of the people who want to vie for some positions to go through. You call this office, they have closed. This man has this form. The form is not available. All those tactics would also stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Me, I am happy because this time around we are going to get a true representative of the people. To represent us, not some party cronies and their favorites and few people on then they put whoever they want there. This is going to stop the likes of our chairman who will line people up and swear that we are going to follow this guy. Because then the masses are the ones who are going to choose. Not when I'm here into
so no more televisions, no more bento.
All of those things.
No more panel.
And
David, even in the cathedral, I mean, where do they pick Pogba politics from? The nomenclature itself is not Ghanaian, so Pogba politics will always be there. But the height, David, you have to think constituencies be I want for James I say.
But what I'm saying is, so you want to give Nsase, how many of those people who will be voting can give Nsase to?
Oh, David, I'm saying
if you want to give television, how many of those people? The numbers.
So 100,000 people are going to vote. So you buy
so you the candidate
1,000 from here. The other one will also buy 500 from here, and then we gamble on the rest.
If you're a rational human being, the first thing you say to yourself is, hey, if I'm going to take this money and invest in only a few people, how does that better my chance,
David?
So what you rather do is this: you look for a good message, put that message across, and hope that message will be listened to and will make you make an informed decision.
David, see, there are three things I believe any candidate needs to win an election. 1, resources, financial, human. 2, you need a message, right, and a strategy. The resources comes from David. Whether they are 1 million people, a politician can have a way and say that saa nipa wey dey 200 times better man or be sort them. So it won't change that. By that you reduce the frequency. Even in America, Pogba politics is reduced. But David, the next point is also that there's another point where David, they say that in America and the UK, when you want to register as a voter, you indicate Republican, Democrat. Maybe David, Kwesi Kwarteng, for example, has started that. There's a conversation we can have. If I just going to register, me say, my Tom MPP, my Tom NDC, I can say that I'm what? Ghana be a neutral. So that when the political parties have that data, that database is managed by the EC. They know the members of the MPP. They know the members of the NDs. Then it can be easy for them to target when it comes to taxes. But David, it's a difficult process. Like ROPA, let's not totally jettison it, right? Let's not totally throw it away. Let's have a way to find. You know that the NDC brought this thing and they abandoned it. You know why they abandoned it? That there were people infiltrating the system. So David, there can be safeguard measures, for example, and say that, before you can qualify to be a party of in good standing, for example, in 12 months, pay your dues, say 9 months. You must have been with the party
already, so
exactly. You must have been with the party for say 36, 24 months. I think that all these are conversations, but you shouldn't throw it out because David, it's not fair that 50,000 MPP people know for Chrome, then 2,000 people just go and take fridge, take TV,
and then decide for us.
They take butter and all that.
Yeah.
BC results are out. Before you share that information with us, I think there's another thing that is also creeping into our society that we need to be worried about. For our listeners out there, please kindly join us on our YouTube channel where we are live on right now. Also join us on Facebook on Love 99.5 where we are live. Listen, we should give respect to people in uniform, people who have been asked to do a job. And for those who are also in uniform, they know the do's and don'ts. They know what they are supposed to do. Just execute your role and execute it well. Leo and Luigi have concerns why people are attacking security persons, police and military. So this video is showing on our YouTube channel. This video is showing on our Facebook page as well. People in uniform, military people, look at this altercation. To the extent that they wanted to even take his rifle away from him. Look at what is happening. So this will happen. And then a few hours later, military guys in their big truck will come and descend on people and beat innocent people mercilessly for no reason. Look at what is happening. I believe sincerely that as citizens, we need to respect people in authority, people in uniform. If for whatever reason we have grievances, there are proper channels we can channel our grievances through. Look at what is happening.
But they will happen.
So if I haven't got detail of it, but if the gun should go off right now, if the gun goes off right now,
I don't know what could have caused this, but it makes no sense for you to charge a person with a rifle.
It doesn't make sense.
You are.
So the video starts when the military officer says to a guy who was filming don't film me. And the military guy himself also took his phone and wanted to film them. And then somebody from the crowd comes and the guy, this guy, comes to stand in front of the military guy, hits the military guy's phone and the phone falls. The military guy picks up his phone and doesn't say anything here. So
I know this was in Obuasi.
So he's saying don't film. And then he hits the guy's phone. He hit the phone right here.
Yeah, I know this video. It happened in Obuasi during the elections.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
All I'm saying is let's all learn lessons from these things.
Okay.
Let's learn lessons from it is wrong. The gun could have gone off at any time.
David, I have a mixed feeling about this. You see, you don't. I know that when you want to disarm a security person, they have every right to defend that.
Yeah, they do.
To not make that happen. But David, have you also noticed that there's a growing kind of I don't know. I have to be careful with my words. I say military for the new man woman named security. I say David has a buffer. Based on omo actions, I don't know, David.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Phrase to put it in English. You maybe can help me.
They revere the way that we revere them.
Revere them. That's it. The way we revere them, the way we give them certain prominence and respect. It's as if it's going. And David, this election thing taught us. It's not just here. You remember proud to the Stachima and South the same thing. And David, you remember what Muntaka told us when Muntaka came and told us what happened. You see, David report in the Fenya.
Well.
David now MTT to me not try not to bonnet so not ni communica.
Driver ni chika na police officer etar bonnet so.
Okay, so the West African Examinations Council has released the provisional results of the 2026 Basic Certificate Examination, that's BECE. So the results will be dispatched to schools through the Metropolitan Municipal and District Directors of Education. Candidates can also access their results on WAEC's official website. So a total of 620,243 candidates from 20,789 schools registered for the examination. They comprised of 304,415 males and 315,828 females. That's about 10,000 more girls.
That's almost 700,000.
Yeah.
No, give me the figures again.
620,243. And then out of that, 304,000 were males, 315,000 were female. The figure included 136 candidates with visual impairments, 282 with hearing assessment needs, and 510 with other test accommodation needs. The examination was conducted at 2,237 centers across the country. WAEC said 3,601 registered candidates were absent from the examination. The council also announced sanctions against candidates found to have breached examination regulations after investigations into reported irregularities. It is said that final awards and examiners appointment committee approved the cancellation of subject results of 496 candidates and the cancellation of the entire results of 105 candidates.
And so those are some information that we would like for you to know out there. We wish all the candidates well. We hope that you got the results that you were looking for. But the fact that 3,601 absented themselves. Read that portion again.
3,601. Yeah.
David, they should tell us.
So why didn't they write? What's the purpose or the reason for them not writing it?
Maybe sickness, accident. It could be anything. Or some of them just didn't come.
Because there's this data that says 2 million people are not in school.
No, even beyond that data, David, you see the point you are raising now. This is my problem. There should be a data agency.
That would explain these things.
Yeah. 3,601. David, you know another thing. You know why I was speaking the data? You see, since the invention of free SHS, in about 10 years now, have you noticed that every year the numbers are growing?
Yeah.
Now, based on this number, the last time we did the simulation, Kofi Asai, we were told that 45% go to school. That's 279 are going to SHS, right? Now, if they are going to SHS, David, how many people are falling back?
Are not going.
Yeah.
Now, we must know what are the remedial measures that if you are not able to progress to the SHS, what are the remedial measures? Now, David, the SHS people too, the university, that's also around 46%, if you remember. So, David, I think that beyond this data, it's not about the past or anything. Or more married, no passing our passing. One quite ABS can say, David, you don't have an excuse.
Yes.
When you're getting a situation,
so the thing is, even though the universities are taking very small amounts, there are still other institutions like now we don't have polytechnics anymore.
They're also universities.
So
when you accumulate all of them,
all of them.
Yes.
What about the technical institutes and
they
all
are
the
all
others?
47. So about over 50% are falling off every year, and it's been happening for the last 7 years.
That's really, really bad.
Yes. So the point is that
I was thinking that maybe it was only the universities that are taking the 47%, and maybe we can
even
put the
even
rest
the BC is around that same figure. So what that shows is that in the last 9-8 years, the 50-something% fallen off. How many of them have written remedials?
Yeah.
To go. Now let's know that as they are writing remedials and joining, others in the fresh cohort are also falling off.
Yeah.
So there need to be tracking.
It's just like people who complete the universities and are unemployed. And each and every year we're adding on. More graduates don't get jobs. Like others are still graduating and are not getting jobs. They're adding to the unemployment figures and all that. It's a disturbing situation.
David, the teacher trainee, I didn't follow the guys. He said that he finished 3 years ago, did the national service. Also, I have them. Also, someone fana. Go David. Apparently, he is the firstborn. He said pressure started banish. So David, all these jobs we need to be sharp.
Let's talk sports. 18 minutes past 7. Did you see this morning, because you have enough, your internet is working flawlessly. Kojo Zando is right here with me in the studios of Love 99.5.
Davido,
Bosu,
young adult, Chami. Good morning. How are you doing?
You've started your thing again. Charlie, by the way, did you watch the Ghana Cape Verde game?
Of course, why not?
Your impressions?
Oh, I think it was okay. Our first game, we took few of our chances. We were able to score 2 goals.
Why are you laughing? You know.
Because of what you told me this morning, David Akwete was not impressed.
No,
but I think it's okay. So
the only solace I have is the fact that Nigeria were defeated by Malawi.
And then Egypt
lost to Zambia by 6 goals to 0. So at least 3 points is 3 points.
But David, I mean, if you
look at the Zambian side and the way they played
against Egypt,
yes, and you look at the way we played against Cape Verde, I'm like, if we should meet Zambia along the line.
But this is only the first game. You can certainly improve in the subsequent matches. I think for me, the general performance was not too bad, so we can only improve.
And
if you look at the statistics, we created about 4 big chances.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we had about 5 shots at goal and stuff like that. So I think we can only improve in our subsequent matches.
Our next game is on
Ghana
Sunday.
is like that. We are slow starters as competition.
And the team goes 1 goal, 2 goal, 1 goal, 2 goal.
But you see, the captain of the team, Poshabuachi, David Akwete, she's married, she's got a kid, and she's still playing football at the age of 37.
Wow.
And look at how she performed yesterday.
She did very
the
well.
pass that she gave to Doris Bodua, fantastic player.
For that girl to score.
And look, at the age of 37, still playing national team football, commanding first 11 spots. That's really serious, and we need to commend her. She's a good player. She's a great player.
Okay, and what is FIFA saying?
Oh, but this FIFA proposal, of selling a minority stake of its commercial aspect of the game in terms of their competition. So maybe sponsorship, broadcasting rights, ticketing and stuff like that. They want to sell about 20% to an external, entity. And now a country can get close to $40 million. So let's use Ghana. Ghana can get $40 million from that particular deal.
By doing what? So what do we need to do to get that $40 million?
You have to back the proposal from Gianni Infantino. UEFA has raised some issues. North America has raised some issues, and Asia as well. But for us in Africa, I think it's a good money. Let's consider it. $40 million for Ghana can do a lot too.
If we are to back this
proposal. Yeah, we have
so you're backing
September.
it
Oh yes, I think we should back it. I think we should back it. UEFA's problem is that it's going to take the beauty away from the game. People complain
when the World Cup was up,
exactly that
the
countries like Curacao, Haiti and stuff like that, they didn't really make the World Cup interesting. But look, there was a story for Cabo Verde. If we had not expanded the World Cup competition, how are we going to see players like Vozinha? So I think that we should back it. $40 million can do a lot if we back it and it goes through. By 1st January 2027, $20 million will hit the account of the GFA.
But you know the problem.
That's good money.
That money will come. Yes, good money. But what would we use the money for?
That's the most important thing. That is a fantastic person. What are we going to use that money for? But I think we can use it to improve our sports infrastructure, develop talent.
If they do that, it would be nice. I would have backed this.
So your point is that we can receive the money, no, but we are not going to.
But we're in Ghana.
Totally utilize it.
We're in Ghana.
Right, so FIFA President Gianni Infantino has been speaking on the FIFA Forward Enterprise. Details coming up, and of course, member associations including Ghana have till 19th September to send a response whether they are backing or rejecting the proposal. Details in a moment. Not forgetting the Black Queens game that was played last night against Cabo Verde. The Queens won by 2 goals. And the Black Settlers are in action today. We've got some latest from the Commonwealth Games where the 200-meter semi-finals will take place this evening, as well as news around the world. But as usual, before we get into the stories on the last Sports Center this morning, let's acknowledge our proud sponsors. Bigo Energy Drink. We brought you Bigo soft drinks and you embrace it with love and loyalty. Now we are proud to introduce to you the all-new Bigo Energy Drink. It is a non-alcoholic carbonated drink enriched with taurine, ginseng and inositol, packed with an invigorating blend of natural ingredients. Bigo Energy Drink is a refreshing and energizing drink, perfectly suitable for an active lifestyle. Bigo Energy Drink is refreshing and highly effective for rehydration and energy replenishment. So anytime you feel like taking an energy drink, reach out for Bigo Energy Drink and feel the difference. You can get Bigo Energy Drink from all supermarkets nationwide, and for bulk purchases, please contact Trillium Industries on 0322 190 877 0322 190 877. Bigo Energy Drink. Live a life without limits. Now to this one from Stanbic Bank, and imagine choosing your own global destination, enjoying flight, a 4-star hotel and unforgettable experiences all paid for. Stanbic Bank in collaboration with MasterCard are making it possible with a reward on your card promo. Simply sign up for a new money wallet MasterCard, load or reload $200 or more between now and 14th August 2026 to stand a chance to win a worldwide travel package for 2 to a destination listed on Priceless.com. Simply put the word on your card and stand tall. Let's get into the details now. When the Ghana Football Association is expected to decide on the future of Black Stars coach Carlos Queiroz after reviewing his technical reports from the team's 2026 FIFA World Cup campaign. The 73-year-old was appointed on a short-term contract to lead Ghana just weeks before the tournament in North America, replacing Otuado. Despite the limited preparation time, the experienced Portuguese tactician guided the Black Stars to the knockout stage of the World Cup for the first time since their historic run to the quarterfinals in 2010. However, uncertainty has surrounded his future since Ghana's elimination from the tournament. A final decision, though, will rest with the GFA's Executive Council after assessing Queiroz's technical report. The GFA Executive Council is expected to convene tomorrow a meeting where Queiroz will report Queiroz's report will be one of the key agenda items, and after that, a decision will be made according to reports in the local media. And the Ghana Football Association could receive up to $40 million if it backs FIFA President Gianni Infantino's proposal to sell minority stakes in the World Cup or the world governing body's major competitions, including the World Cup. Infantino has written to all 211 member associations, including the GFA, outlining the proposal and setting a September 19 deadline for national associations to support the plan to qualify for an initial $20 million, which could be available from January 1, 2027. Under the proposal, FIFA intends to establish a commercial subsidiary to manage its flagship competitions, including the FIFA World Cup. According to FIFA, the funds distributed to member associations would come from the sale of minority share in FIFA Forward Enterprise, a subsidiary created to maximize the organization's commercial potential like sponsorship, ticketing, and broadcasting rights. However, the proposal has generated widespread criticism from several football associations, particularly in Europe, Asia, and North America, with
with concerns centered on governance, transparency, and the speed of the decision-making process. GFM FIFA President Gianni Infantino has been defending the proposal. Listen.
FFE is actually a proposal, an offer. It's part of a democratic process, a consultation process. And above all, it is an opportunity, but not an obligation. And as I said, it kicks off the consultation process. If and only if it is approved by the majority of our 211 member associations and the FIFA Council, it would be a FIFA-owned and controlled subsidiary consolidating FIFA's commercial and event operations. It would simply commercialize and organize all FIFA-owned competitions, along with sponsorship, broadcast, licensing, and new venture for the benefit of FIFA's 211 member associations.
Now, the FIFA boss Gianni Infantino also explained how the funds generated from the sale will help countries to improve their sports infrastructure and improve the game as well.
Well, the fans, they remain the cornerstone of the beautiful game, and the sport they watch and love will not change. The flagship tournament it organizes, like the FIFA World Cup or the FIFA Women's World Cup, will always remain. More revenue returned to the member associations means more investment in better pitches, stronger national teams, and more pathways for young girls and young boys everywhere in the world. So the benefits of sustained investments, they are already visible. A decade of raising support through FIFA Forward helped nations like Capo Verde, Curacao, Jordan and Uzbekistan reach the FIFA World Cup for the very first time. We want to help creating the next Capo Verdes. Fans from the corners of these four countries of the world and many, many other fans from everywhere in the world would gain immeasurably from this game-changing potential because it will transform football in their countries.
So that was FIFA President Gianni Infantino speaking there. Meanwhile, the Confederation of African Football says CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe will host a meeting of the CAF Executive Committee next week to assess and evaluate the proposed FIFA Forward Enterprise Initiative. CAF also encourages its member association to examine the FIFA Forward Enterprise proposal and participate in the consultation process in accordance with CAF and FIFA's regulations and established procedures. Now to Morocco, and Ghana's Black Queens opened their 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations campaign with a convincing 2-0 victory over debutant Cabo Verde in Casablanca, Morocco. Coach Kimlas Bokergrin's side made a strong start in Group D, taking control from the first whistle and setting the tone for what was a dominant display. Ghana needed just 6 minutes to break the deadlock, with Doris Bodua taking advantage of a defensive lapse from Cabo Verde to put the Black Queens ahead. Pressure in the second half paid off when Cabo Verde defender Elia Vieira turned the ball into her own net while attempting to deal with Ghana's sustained pressure inside the box. Ghana will now turn their attention to their next challenge against Cameroon on August 2, with the technical team hoping the opening win, provides the momentum needed for a deeper run in the tournament. Here is Black Queens head coach Kimlas Bokergrin.
Maybe not exactly, but good enough for today. I think we are a little bit slow in our decisions. We are using a little bit too many touches in the first half, and I think we are inviting our opponent a little bit in the end, especially the first half. But in the second, we controlled the game much better. We can score the 2-0, and after that, I'm thinking that we have totally control, and it's closer third and fourth goal for us than a goal for Cape Verde today. So overall, I'm of course happy with 3 points and start like this. Yes.
Now, yes, Ghana won but missed a couple of chances, and Kimlas jumped to the defense of his players in the game yesterday.
I think that nobody missed by purpose. Sometimes you score, sometimes you don't. And next time, with a little bit of luck, we maybe score 3 or 4 goals. But also the fact, it's the first game. Even if we have more experience in this squad this year, still sparklings a little bit in the stomach. And some are maybe a little bit nervous. That's the part of a big tournament. And that's why I felt that we didn't perform so well in the first half. And some players that came in, I think they did well, but they also missed a couple of chances. But overall, I'm happy.
So that was the voice of Black Queens head coach Kinlass Bokor-Green speaking after Ghana's win over Cabo Verde yesterday. In the other game yesterday, Cameroon accounted for Mali by 2-1. Today, Senegal will face Kenya before Morocco take on Algeria. To other national team news, the Black Satellite wrapped up their preparations yesterday ahead of today's decisive Group B clash against Burkina Faso at the 2026 Wafu B Under-20 Championship in Yamoussoukro, Côte d'Ivoire. Head coach Maxwell Knodu supervised the team's final training session as the technical staff fine-tuned tactics and sharpened the squad for what promises to be a crunch encounter in Ghana's quest for a place in the knockout stage. The game kicks off at 6 p.m. and Maxwell Knodu has been speaking ahead of the game.
I think that nobody missed by purpose.
We have prepared the boys psychologically and physically for tomorrow's encounter. What happened on Monday, we've kept that behind us. It's past and gone. There's nothing we can do about it. But going forward, I think the assignment ahead of us is very, very important and crucial to all of us. So that is what we are, thinking about and working towards to, achieve our objectives. Secondly, we also spoke about how to defend very well, especially under intense pressure. Most of the guys are new to this tournament and some were like a bit jittery, but we have worked on them psychologically. And the physical aspects, most of them has recovered and are ready to meet Burkina tomorrow.
All right, here the voice of Maxwell Knodu, head coach of the Black Satellite. All the best to the Satellites in today's game against Burkina Faso. Let me take you to Glasgow for the Commonwealth Games, and Ghana's Precious Akai Nete has been eliminated from the men's light middleweight 70 kg event after a unanimous decision loss to Marvin Clare of Mauritius. Wednesday's defeat effectively ends Nete's search for a medal at the Commonwealth Games, but Marvin Clare is guaranteed to finish with at least bronze. All 5 judges called the fight 27-30 for 3 rounds at fighting at the Hall 5. Akai says this is his first attempt and he was able to qualify to the quarterfinal, so with much support from the country, he can do well.
This is my first time moving to international teacher, and God willing, the work of the coaches, I reach quarterfinal now, and I'm hoping they should still give me a chance going back to work more, and they should school us, give us more possibility, go to Miramed, go to Ferito, and this next of this, get this friend, who next time we someone like that, also get more experience fighting.
Unfortunately, boxer Desmond Papo withdrew from the 80 kg quarterfinal against Canadian Joshua Ofori due to shoulder injury. Meanwhile, Ghana will have 3 athletes in the men's 200-meter semi-finals at the 2026 Commonwealth Games today after Joseph Paul Amoah, James Dazi and Mustafa Bokwin all progressed on Wednesday at the Scotiabank Stadium. Amoah booked his place in the next round by winning Heat 1 in 20.36 seconds. Dazi also advanced automatically after taking first place in Heat 9 in 20.65 seconds. The trial will now compete for places in the semi-final or for the final as Ghana's medal hopes in the men's 200-meter race, gather momentum. So today, if you look at the lineup today, this morning at 9:30 a.m. weightlifting, Abdul Salim Ajay will be competing in the 110 kg final, and of course in athletics, we are going to see Yvonne Breton in women's 100 meters heat 1, James Dazi, Joseph Paul Amoah, and Mustafa Bokwin at 7:07 p.m. will compete in the men's 200 meters semi-finals. Now to the news around the world. Liverpool continue their winning start to life under Andoni Iraola by beating Wrexham by 1-0 in their second preseason contest ahead of the 2026-27 campaign. Here's Liverpool manager Andoni Iraola speaking after the friendly win.
Yeah, I think we were more solid than the other day. It was a different kind of game. The pitch is quite narrow, there are not a lot of spaces, but I think we had good spells, and even if the other day maybe you score more goals and looks nicer, I think today we were more a team, more collective, yes.
So that was Liverpool manager Andoni Iraola speaking. Speaking of Liverpool though, and they have stepped up their interest in Paris Saint-Germain's Bradley Barcola and preparing an opening bid. Barcola has been identified as the primary option for Liverpool as they look to replace Mohamed Salah, who left at the end of the season. And Julian Timber has travelled back to London from Arsenal's training camp in Spain in a move related to the groin injury that caused him to miss the end of last season. Lastly, FIFA has opened disciplinary proceedings against Argentina over potential breach breaches of multiple laws during the World Cup. The breaches include the use of discriminatory chants and gestures, team misconduct, security and protocol failures, and inappropriate messages being displayed, namely the banner that the players held saying the Falklands are Argentine following their 2-1 win over England in the semi-final. So that'll be all for the Last Sports. And that part of the Last Sports team brought to you in association with Bigo Energy Drink. Live a life without limits.